Scientists and artists may seem like they're worlds apart, but they both start with the same question. Can you and I experience the same thing in the same way? Science is about observation, digging into what's already there, hidden in plain sight. A scientist looks for details that can be stripped of personal bias, boiling it all down to hard data, numbers, values, something that doesn't shift from one observer to the next. And the artist? The artist works in the opposite direction. They lean into their subjectivity, using creativity to build a bridge into someone else's mind. To a scientist, this might sound like magic. How can you imagine something so vividly that it comes alive the same way in someone else's head? Where science chases observer-independent truths, art depends on the audience to even exist. Without that shared experience, art remains unrealized. And then there's the perfumer, a unique hybrid. We stand at the crossroads between scientist and artist, constantly tugged in both directions. The perfumer must find harmony in this tension. Too much of one or the other, and it all falls apart. Where does inspiration come from for a perfumer? Sometimes it's visual, like when I was watching Tatsuki on YouTube. His signature editing style caught my attention. Muted tones with bursts of vivid color. It reminded me of modern niche woody musky fragrances. These perfumes often build on a base of soft musks and fillers, with sharp highlights of certain ingredients to create a striking olfactive pop. Other times, inspiration comes from emotion. Take episode 16 of My Mr., where Li Jian's grandmother passed away. That scene brought back a flood of memories. The passing of my homestay mother in Shanghai, the guilt of not calling her enough. I still remember the smell of her apartment. It's so vivid, so tied to those years that I think it planted the seed for my career as a perfumer. Inspiration is a weird, fleeting thing, like the wind or the rain, or even how food tastes subtly different when you're eating alone versus with someone else. But that's the beauty of it. So here's my advice. Live freely, walk boldly, or heck, jump if you feel like it. Inspiration is everywhere. Just keep your senses open.